Hey Gemini, this is your November 2020 reading. Sun, Moon, Rising and Ascending, general sign of Gemini. You can also look at your Mercury for communication, Venus for love. If you don't know what those things are, there's a link down below in the description that says free natal chart that explains it to you. For those of you that always support me, thank you so much for that. Welcome back. My name is Adrian. I'm an intuitive healer. I practice holistic wellness as well as spiritual regression hypnosis. For those of you that don't know me, I need to loosen my button a little bit so I can breathe and show you my chest. Alright, so general reading for the sign of Gemini, and the focus period here is November 2020. I'm using my OSHO Zen Tarot deck, which I haven't used in a very long time. Not for personal readings, not for YouTube, not for Facebook Lives, not for Instagram, not for any of those things. So let's see what we have for your general reading. You're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, so you can know when the readings are coming out. Remember to also hit the notification bell. And if you want beautiful graphic design work done like mine, then you can contact my friend directly. There's a link down below in the description. It says AC Digital Marketing Solutions. Oh, look at these cards, they're just popping. Alright, Gemini. Trying to connect the dots, I see, hey? Trying to connect the dots. Took a big risk there. Let's see what's going on. Huh, I like where you're at the moment, actually. It's like you change your entire sort of approach to things and to life. There you gotta go. Sorry. Ooh, Gemini. Let's see what's going on here. This looks good. Okay, alright. So overall energy you've got is schizophrenia, which is really about trying to sort of hold things together, keep things together, get things together, pull those different sides together, you know. And this is sort of the period where we sort of like in the void. Okay, so you know, you kind of let go of one side already, and you've kind of got your grip on another side already, but there's a little bit of a, you know, in between uncertainty that's happening over there. So, you know, it's almost like there's a risk of a bit of a free fall, but you don't necessarily want this to happen. And we got to talk about that, because in actual fact, it might be the very thing that you don't want to do that is actually the solution that you're looking for what it is actually that you do need to do. All right, so we're going to look at our recent past, which is just really, you know, how did you get to where you currently are. We look at where you currently are, and then we look at what is coming towards you. All right, let's see if Leo's going to come in. Are you coming in, Baba? Hello. Are you coming to help with Geminis? He's probably not going to get up. Okay, you just be moody over there. Alright, unless he decides to walk all across everything, which he might easily do. So in the recent past, you've got morality, and then you've got playfulness, and you have got the Fool. Alright, so a lot of you are sort of returning to almost like the version of who you were before, the version of you that is more sort of like authentically you, you know. I don't know, it's almost like you may have almost gone into a phase there, becoming a version that is not really, you know, you, and my ears are ringing. And then where you currently are sharing existence and the Fool. Oh, sorry, not the Fool, the Creator. Powerful stuff. You're very much in the seat of your creation at the moment, and some of you may not actually realize it. You might have been in survival mode for such a long time, you know, don't even realize that, you know, that it's time to move to that sort of new and different sort of phase at the moment. And then what's coming towards you, turning in, number 4 there with stability and balance, number 7 patience and receptivity. Quite a powerful reading here for you. So, you know, for many of you, you would have been trying to do your absolute best there, your absolute best for everybody else. You know, a little bit for you, but like there's like a long sort of, you know, pattern line there of, you know, sort of neglecting yourself a little bit, you know, kind of placing yourself second, just letting everybody else be happy and everybody else be fine and everybody else be okay, and all those type of things. But it's almost like you got a wake up call and you realize that it's not really working for you. It's not really in your best interest. It's not really what you want, in life, from life, with life. That you sort of wanna. It's for many of you. It felt almost like your life is passing you by, and you didn't really want to have that anymore. And so I can definitely see that, that there's a lot of work that was done here. There's a lot of internal work that was done. There's a lot of sort of living in the moment that was done. There was a lot of maybe working on the self, embracing joy, becoming present, actually respecting yourself, because a lot of your it's not that you deliberately went out and meant to kind of place yourself second. You just wanted everybody to be okay and everybody to be fine, but it's like you started to place yourself second more and more and more and more, and you started to move from second place to third place to fourth place to kind of wiped out your eyelids, stop that, and you sort of wiped off your eyes and realized that, oh my goodness, I'm like 350th place in my own life right now, because there's just so many other people ahead of you that you're trying to help. And I feel there was a bit of a time period out, somehow away from the drama and all those type of things. And you really started to get clarity about what it is that you actually want to have in your life. And definite new starts, new beginnings, very lot of self-focus over here. A lot of people may not have liked that, because they sort of used to the fact that you always just there for them. They want something, they need something, they can just sort of press on your dial and you're going to be the one that is going to be there for them. And you sort of got that wake up call that it's time for me to become number one in my life again. And sorry, where you are at the moment, and this is where you might be hesitant, and this might be a bit of the confusion is coming in, because for many of you, you don't really want to lose yourself again. You don't want to sort of lose yourself out of your life again. You don't want to risk that. And so it's a very genuine concern. But where you are at the moment, I feel that your growth was so exponential that in actual fact, you've got a lot that you can share right now, because you've got a better understanding about yourself, and sort of like your role in life. So I feel that for many of you, you're very, very scared that if you sort of give, you may fall back into that pattern that that you kind of fell in before. So it's a very much sort of like a limbo at the moment between give and don't give. And even the hesitancy about taking sometimes, because what if I take and then you kind of want to throw it back in my face, but that I gave you this and I gave you that sort of thing. But where you are at the moment, like literally at the moment, it's like you are kind of like at the center of the universe. This is a powerful new start, a powerful new beginning for you. When people speak about like double one, for example, this is you not just seeing the double one, knowing that something is coming towards you, but this is more where you kind of become the breath within the breath. All right. Where you realize that you are sort of like the power at the seed of creation. Okay. It's almost like for many of you, things are so much more together than what I've mean before, and there's a lot of hope and there's a lot of possibility. There's a lot of many of you. What are you doing? Where are you? I don't even know where you are. But for many of you may have lost yourself in many situations: work, family, relationships, jobs, and there was a sense that you were, how do I put this? You were giving so much that that you kind of forgot to just give to yourself as well. And you've learned the importance of that lesson now. And sometimes, remember, sometimes the people that come around, they teach us the most difficult situations, especially if you recently had maybe some sort of major disappointment or some breakup or something like that that really, really affected you, It is the people that teach us the most powerful lessons that sometimes, bring us the most you know, the most pain, because as human beings, we don't always just easily listen, you know. We need that kind of like a boom type of thing. And so where you are at the moment, being the creator of your life, the creating energy, the creating flow of your life, you can really make of your life anything that you want to make of it right now, you know. And there's such a possibility right now that, you know, whatever you want to have, you stop it now, whatever you want to have, that you can actually have that. And in that sense, what we sometimes have is there's almost a bit of a sense of caution that comes, you know, when we realize our own power, when we realize how happy we can be without them or without that, you know. It can be a very liberating feeling, and you encouraged to really feel your feelings. I feel that some of you, you know, you don't want to sort of express yourself so fully just yet, because how may they feel, you know, especially if there's been some sort of, you know, very heartfelt, you know, and heartbroken separation that took place here. That you know, I don't want to shine too brightly, because how will they feel, you know, and maybe they still, you know, have their own thing. Now, everybody's got their own patterning. Everybody's got a story in this world, why they will not survive, why they won't make it, why they can't make it, you know, why everything is so difficult. I had a difficult childhood, you know, everybody's got that story. All of us. I've got it, you've got it, we've all got it. Every single person on this planet has got a very good reason to fail. It is up to you whether you choose to utilize that reason or not. I choose to not utilize that reason, you know. I personally choose to respect everybody, you know, to honor everybody, but not at you know, at my own sort of peril. Okay, I've got this rule in my life, and you know, you may really benefit from it as well. Is I will say yes to anything in this world as long as I don't say no to myself. Okay, and in that sense, it keeps you in the flow of love, because I love myself and appreciate myself and approve of myself. And it took me a very, very long time to get there. And a lot of times, every now and then, you know, your previous patterns, they still pop up. It's just life, you know. You don't have to consistently know exactly what to do. It's a bit of an unfair expectation from anybody, really. But know that giving it your best shot from your heart, your best absolute honest shot, that is enough. That has always been enough. It's more than enough. All right. You don't have to sacrifice who you are for the sake of somebody else, because sometimes we do that and those people won't even do it for us. All right. So going forward, what's coming towards you? What is the guidance for you going forward? Going within. Okay, it's time to really face those demons. What are the situations? What are the circumstances? What are the beliefs about yourself? What are the beliefs about your own worth and your own value, and your beliefs about life, and the beliefs about your deservency and your family and your race and your age and, you know, your illness and all these type of things? What are the beliefs about yourself and your subconscious mind that is causing you to have these repeating patterns that you do not like to have? Okay, because if something happens repeatedly, it can't be them. It has to be you. You know, and it took me a long time to realize that within myself, because it's a big thing to sometimes, you know, accept that at the end of the day, it really is me. You know, so maybe you were young and some things happen, and then when my nose itches like this, I am right on point with stuff, you know. So maybe something's happened in the past, you know, that hurt you, maybe when you were young. Those things were not necessarily your fault, but it doesn't mean that you have to remain a victim of what happened in the past. When we don't face the past, when we don't heal the past, when we don't make friends with the past, it remains very present in our life. It remains present in our subconscious as something that is here present for you right now. And because your subconscious mind sees it as something that is still present, because you haven't communicated to you that you are, you know, willing to let it go now, it still has an impact on your life, and it can have a very negative impact on your life. Okay, so it's time. You are ready now to do that work where you're going inside. You are ready to go inside, to look in the inside, and to be willing to let things go. Okay, Yeah. Also, at the time of me doing this reading, so for those of you that always follow my channel, you know that I'm not able to do them every sort of week, you know, as I like to do them before, but I will also only do a reading for you if I'm in the space where I can give you my absolute best. I'm going to never give you any watered down version of a reading, all right? And at the time of me doing this reading, it is Mercury is in retrograde, your ruling planet Mercury, and it's in retrograde in Scorpio, you know, and it's the new moon in Libra. Or well, it started a few days ago. So the moon is sort of growing in Libra, which is all about balance, and also with you know, with Scorpio, if you look at the zodiac wheel, you know, the zodiac sign of Scorpio, it's going to show you the things that are not working out. So for those of you especially that, you know, that are having a difficult time with this Mercury retrograde, or by the time you watch it, if the retrograde is already done and you had a difficult time with it, it's sort of like a double bang bang that you sort of got there, all right? But remember, your life is showing you the things that are not working out, not because life's trying to mess you up. Mercury's got nothing against you, all right? The universe has got nothing against you. This is what I always say to people about retrogrades as well. They show to you what are the things in your life that are not working out so that you can heal them. Because if you don't do it this time, then there's going to be another retrograde and another retrograde and another retrograde in all the different planets, you know. And you're going to have the same thing coming up over and over and over again. I am personally very, very, very grateful and very proud to say that with this last Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, which can really hit you very hard, I sailed through it so beautifully. But the reason why I sailed through it so beautifully is because when the difficult things come up, when I see my own patterns coming up, I deal with them. I look at them. I don't believe that I've got everything together, you know. Yes, I may be a transformational, you know, practitioner, transformational coach, and, you know, holistic wellness practitioner. I do spiritual regression hypnosis. I'm able to help many, many people. But I myself am a work in progress on a constant level as well, and I'm aware of that. And so when my patterns kind of, you know, show themselves, I don't deny them. I say to them, okay, here you are. What are you showing to me? All right, and you can do that in a loving, kind, supportive way. And then for you, Gemini, there is a break period of becoming here for you. There really, 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 really is. This is such a beautiful time for you, of things coming together. Things are moving into place. Things are shifting into place. Now, there's a great sense of impatience that's happening over here for some of y'all. That, you know, I want it to happen now. I see the signs. I'm getting the confirmations. But when am I getting the manifestation? When am I getting the experience in my life? And remember, when we have that, what sometimes happens is then that is how you start to sort of, you know, become your own resistance to your own manifestation, because you can see that things are beginning to shift into gear, and then you start getting impatient about the fact that they're not where you want them to be just yet. And when you start getting the impatience that things are not where you want them to be just yet, you know, and you get, you know, sort of like demotivated because of that. That is when you get when you become your own blockage in life, because you sort of get out of that flow mode, you know. You get instead of being in surrender, you actually become the blockage for yourself. And that is why when we do the inner work, okay, you want to do the inner work from a point of love for yourself. Because yes, you're looking at your patterns that are not working. Yes, you're looking at the things that might be holding you back, what they have done, what you have done. But remember, you are looking at it without anybody being to blame for it. You're looking at it because it is a process where where you see how you maybe got to this point before. But then every time when you just get to the point before, something happens. It's something that happens to you. All right, and so now is a good time to go inside and to say, what is it that I do that sometimes just at that very last moment things don't work out? What is it in my mind that believes that I'm not worth it? You know, what voice is it? Whose voice is it that I'm hearing? And it's about forgiving those people. It's about forgiving those voices. You know, be it your ex, be it your boss, be it your parents, be it whoever. It's about the forgiveness to let go so that you can be free. Because when we don't forgive, we are not free. We keep ourselves in bondage. Okay. And it's by doing that there's such a big, beautiful flow that is available. I mean, look at this. This is like a flowering from your heart that is available for you at this particular point in time, where you can not only get into get into the flow, but also stay in the flow. All right. So you're in the process of becoming coming into beautiful alignment. I'm going to clarify the overall energy for you. This one, the sort of limbo mode vibe that's happening over here, and I'm going to draw 4 cards for that, because I want to see how we go about getting you that stability and that balance that it is, that your heart so greatly desires. Let's see how we get that for you. So let's just give this one a shuffle, and then I'm going to end up for you with a Moonology Oracle card as well, to see for you what is the loving message from the moon energy, from the divine feminine energy, from the universe. What is the universe saying to you right now? What is the loving, kind message that life has for you? But let's first get you these clarifiers. So, okay, so you've got the Sun, which is actually wonderful, happiest card in the tarot deck. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, so a lot of money solutions are being sorted out there. A lot of you that were worried about money, bonds, mortgages, car payments, job, those side of things getting sorted out for you. 9 of Cups, a lot of hope here, and the Hermit encouraging you to have patience. So for those of you that are concerned about money, especially if you're unemployed, looking for a job, open your heart to this message. There's a beautiful solution coming through for you. Now, when we say there are solutions coming through for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to win the lottery. It doesn't mean that you have to get some sort of inheritance. It can, but an opportunity for you to do something constructive, to contribute towards your own success is coming for you, and it's coming to you beautifully, and it comes to you as a result of this letting go, this faith, and the inner work that you are doing. That is how it's coming to you. All right, so it's the work that you are doing within yourself, the releasing of the blockages, that sort of like amplifies your positive energy, because your mind releases serotonins, which are the happy hormones, and so by default you're in a better space. And this is how you then have the sort of motivation and drive to go look for the job, on the online side, to apply for the job, to go for the interview, or when you have the interview, not just in that glum sort of space. Speaking of interviews, there's something that I always like to remind people about an interview. Yes, the interview, the company is having it to establish if you are a good fit for the company, or whatever it is that they are doing. But it's also an opportunity that you have to establish if they are a good match for you. All right. And yeah, lots of hope, lots of beautiful hope. For those of you that are feeling a bit lonely, new friendships coming up. And there is definitely the quest for patience. All right, let's just see what we have for you with the Moonology cards for November 2020 for the sign of Gemini. If the reading resonates with you, you're more than welcome to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Remember, if you subscribe, to hit that notification bell. And if you want beautiful graphic design work done, you can also contact my friend directly. There's a link down below in the description, and it says AC Digital Marketing Solutions. Okay. The way my nose is itching. Alright, that's too many cards. Let's just get you a card here, Gemini, for November 2020 for my gem babies. I love Geminis. I've got quite a liking for them. I can really relate to you all. I think you're just very misunderstood sometimes. Okay, I'm just going to take the top card, and it says, look at what it says, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. Open your heart, mind, and soul to that, and let's see what are the beautiful things that life has available for you. May your life expand in absolutely, absolutely beautiful ways, and so it is. Namaste. Love and light.